So by now, I'm sure you've heard about Dame Dash's crash out interview with the Breakfast Club, how he spiraled and was so combative and agitated. Seemed like he was just mad at the world. 50 Cent, Cameron, he even insulted Envy and Charlemagne, threatened Charlemagne that he would punch him in the face. Honestly, it was sad to watch. Dame Dash was respected by everybody, me included, because he was the co-founder of Roc-A-Fella Records, which at its height had annual sales of over $700 million. They had artists like Mystical, Nore, Kanye West, Foxy Brown, Jadakiss. I mean, a whole bunch of names under the Roc-A-Fella record label. Branched out and started Rockaware clothing. Dame Dash was well respected. Anyway, around the early 2000s, his then partner Jay-Z started noticing how that he and Dame Dash had conflicting business management styles. Dame was way too focused on being flashy and being a celebrity. He was making poor financial decisions, being really impulsive with the spending. We all saw how he acted on the Breakfast Club. Trying to tell somebody like that they're doing something wrong, it can be very difficult, almost impossible. Dame's unwillingness to change caused Jay-Z to sell his stake in the Roc-A-Fella empire for roughly $200 million. So to me, that means Dame was worth about $200 million also, right? So they just parted ways. Dame pursued his own business ideas in fashion. He had his hand in movies, music. But keep in mind, he never changed his ways because he thought it was nothing wrong with the way he acted, even though Jay-Z tried to warn him. So here we are, 20 years later, where Dame Dash shows up on the Breakfast Club. After recently filing for bankruptcy, in his bankruptcy, he claims that he has zero monthly income and less than $5,000 to his name. In his petition, he stated that he owed about $25 million to 50 different creditors. He was about a $500,000 behind in child support payments. However, during the interview, he was so chaotic in making all these claims that have since been proven to be false. He was mad at 50 Cent for acquiring the rights to one of his movies that he was forced to auction off because of his debt. He claimed to be the chairman of Revolt, which they immediately came out to say is not true. He claimed he was in talks to buy BET and a whole bunch of other false claims. Charlemagne knew he was lying, but Dame was so well respected back in the day, they tried to let him tell his side of the story. But with all his antics, Charlemagne had to call him out. He then got really mad, almost like he was mad at anybody who was successful. Charlemagne ended up calling him broke. And I mean, it was just sad to see him go out like that. So he left the Breakfast Club interview, and then I think later that day he ran into TMZ, and he said something that was quite profound. He said there are no classes for first generational wealth. And that is so true. You go from being broke to wealthy, being the first one to have money in your family. So you have all this money, but no training. Your parents couldn't train you because they weren't rich. And like he said, there's no classes. So what do? Either make it or you don't. Dame even admitted that he became wealthy really young, and with his personality and impulses, he got in a lot of mess. Another thing he said, that bankruptcy is just another financial tool used by the wealthy. Dame Dash is a mogul and a self-made millionaire. So it's really sad to see him, go out like this. Hopefully, with this bankruptcy, like he said, he will reorganize his finances. I mean, I think people still respect him, at least for what he's done in the past. I mean, he has tried so many business adventures. If he did it once, he can do it again. But one thing for sure, he has to be able to listen when people are trying to tell him something. In his mind, he's the smartest one in the room, and he's not going to let you get a word in edgewise. So really, it's hard to help a person like that. I had mad respect for him. Interviews that I saw him give years ago, he appeared to be very knowledgeable about finances. So I don't know what happened. I would love to see him make a comeback, because him and Jay-Z, even though they might, be beefing right now, and really it's a one-sided beef because Jay-Z has never come out to say anything about Dame, but Dame Dash constantly has Jay-Z's name in his mouth for one thing or another. He just seems to be mad at anybody who is doing well or successful. But he could come back and be right up there with them again, especially in this day. If there was any time for new millionaires, it's now. I wish the brother all the best because he did some great things for the music industry and for black people, seeing some street dudes make it all the way to the top. I really do wish him well. But anyway, I just wanted to add a little bit of a backstory to his crash out interview on the Breakfast Club. And one thing I can say, it was really funny. Dame Dash is really funny, but kind of in a sad way. Well, that's it and that's all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.